Hey, good people, Miss Sunshine here. And I'm here bringing a whole lot of love, light, and sunshine your way today. Um, woo, guys, I've been just doing different videos, if you know me, I always say I go where I'm led, so I I hope this video finds who it needs to find when it needs to find you. Um, and I'm going to just start this out by saying, you see my notebook in front of me. You know, um, I don't know, in this sitting that I'm doing in this void time, working on me, allowing, um, allowing uh, myself to be that vessel. Okay. Um, oh my gosh, I was sitting and I just started writing, and it's like 3 pages. So, I really hope I'm able to get through, you know, I put my thoughts on wax, but even going into, um, this message is it's a little, I don't know, it's a little deep. Have you ever been at a point in your life or going through your life, you try to dictate what the results of a situation is going to be, um, in your head you see certain situations panning out different, you see it and you want situations, I'm not going to go through this, or I'm not going to deal with this. Something challenging happens and you see a fixed outcome, but spirit doesn't see the same thing. So this is when in life full surrender takes place. I know you've been through it. I know, and the ones this is going to reach, you're going to understand it. So, when I first started doing these videos, these recordings, it was just under the precedence that, I'm going to get love, light, and, sunshine out there to the world. I'm going to leave it kind of not topical, but, I'm going to provide a space where individuals can be heard, understood, and put information out there so that you know you're not alone. I thought pretty simple, but if you know me, I go where I'm led. I'm just that vessel. This is what I do. I just go where I'm led. So I'm just posting videos, love, light, sunshine, okay? And I guess, I guess I kept myself closed in on what my true purpose was, and I'm still, I told y'all in my videos, y'all know I'm in that in between, I'm in that void. So spirit just wanted me to get on here to start the video so I can be comfortable. Now the real shit starts, and this is what I'm leading into. This is the preface to my message, because now the real shit starts. Now, hey, because it's coming to me, and the shit has been really heavy on me. And I know some of us are working through this, and a lot of shit is really coming to the forefront of who you are, your divinity, just everything. And it's been a really tough season for a lot of us. And if you know me, you may not see it, but you don't know just the work that's just being done in the background. You know what I'm saying? In order to have a blank slate. You know what I'm saying? So that whatever spirit is trying to just drop in on me, I can be in it to the fullest, unapologetically. It's starting to rain out here. I just came out here. It's starting to rain. So I'm going to get this message out. If I have to sit out here in the rain, I'm going to get it out, because it's time for the false shit to be washed away. And as I'm starting to realize, stepping into your divinity is kind of difficult living here on earth. And I'm going to just tell y'all that. Y'all don't motherfucking make it easy for us to step into our divinity and do what the fuck we came here to do. You have us like, uh, dimming down who we are. You have us feeling ashamed because we think outside the box. There's more here on earth than what's here on earth. And if I've lost you by this point, then this is not meant for you. This is meant for those chosen ones that are at that point. That I'm just saying this is for y'all. This is for y'all. Okay. I always, I always knew that, oh my gosh, living here on earth is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. I've always liked different types of movies, and if you know, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but a lot of times the shows they put out to us, the movies they put out to us is real ass information. They're telling us, but telling us in such a way that, hey, we told them. We gave them the information and we fluffing it off like it ain't nothing. When we're thinking we're the only species out here and there's no other, come on, we're not even, and I'm not gonna get into this. Ain't no debate, because if you know, you know. Let's see if I can stay dry. Let's see if I'm gonna get wet through this, because I'm gonna get this message out. I do not care. I'm gonna get it out. So if you know me, I've always been like wizards, warlocks, just all kind of outside the box stuff. What you teaching me here, I always knew there was more. And like voices in my head, man, I don't know. I have conversations with myself, and people will lead you to believe that schizophrenia, a whole lot of other stuff, when in essence you are getting back in touch with who you really are. Okay, and you're having these board meetings, whatever. Okay, so check it out. So, getting to the nitty gritty. I never knew what really I was here for, and I never knew to the extent of what was really going on, because society will keep you trapped, so you can't grow into who you really are. And you'll be making wrong turns down this pathway because society requires you to be a certain way. Whole time you're outside of who you're supposed to be. Okay? I always say I show up in people's lives as I'm supposed to. You hear that rain? You see that rain? Am I going to need to go in the house? Are we going to make a part 2 to this? Oh, you see that? It's coming. It doesn't want this message to be heard. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Wasn't supposed to rain until tonight. I kid you not. You hear that? You hear that? This message ain't supposed to come through. So let me pause it. Let me reposition myself, because this message is coming through. Everything is a sign, y'all. Just please believe that. I tell you, so hold on just a minute. All right, guys. I'm back. And I am going to tell you just how crazy this is. It took me about 10 minutes to shut everything down outside, get my umbrellas down. I done got wet out there. It started pouring down. But as soon as I came in here and pressed record, do you hear that? The rain stopped. If you know, you know. Seriously, tried to get me to lose my train of thought, not get this message out. But this message it's going to kind of get out. So back to what I was saying, I always told people I show up either when I'm called for, somebody calls out for sunshine. This is when I show up. I did not realize it was deeper than that, guys. It was so much deeper. And I didn't realize that, the voices and all that. Just so real. And the day in the life inside of my head, you would not believe. So now you already know I've been doing a lot of this clearing. So it's allowed for a lot of stuff to come through clearly, and it just, oh my gosh. When I've being open enough to receive, this is what I found out. Um, I made another video previously, and let me calm down some, because this is so amazing. The revelations that are coming in and the real need to get this information out is just like so crazy. Okay. I always, I said in some of those other videos, and I apologize because I mistook my mission. I showed up in individuals' lives thinking I was supposed to be A, and I was actually supposed to be there for a totally different reason. That brings us to now, because now all the puzzle pieces have come together. And I have receipts. If you know my life, when I start saying I have receipts, don't even worry about that. So in mistaking my assignment, I form relationships with individuals because here I am thinking the bond is A, B, and C, but it's something totally different. So what I ended up putting together is that I'm sort of like the vessel of transitioning. First off, I had to get my mind right on what quote unquote death, perception of death and transitioning. Your vessel dies off, your spirit, come on now. We all know. And if you know, you know. And I'm not even going to go back and forth through that. I didn't had to wrestle with that with myself for years. But until I got the greater knowledge, and I'm not here to try to convert you. I'm not here to try to teach you. This is me. This is my journey. And fuck what you think. This is some real shit. I show up in individuals' lives, like when they have lost an individual or are going to lose an individual. And I noticed this is what I was doing. And I would be there offering space. I'm the space for a new beginning, the space of closure, the space of more. If you know, you know. And a lot of times in these relationships, when I'm having these conversations with individuals, not realizing that whoever it was that had passed on had been channeling through me this whole fucking time. Me not knowing, me not even just, but I say to him, hey, your grandma sent me, or, I will sit there like a safe space, the protector of this third dimension or whatever. And if you've ever had that close, we're not even going to speak, but you already know, because we've probably spoken little pieces about it, but So if you put it together, you're gonna have some aha moments like, damn, true. And I didn't even understand what was going on at the time. Because I've always said, I'm just the vessel. You know what I'm saying? Where he leads, I will go. You know what I'm saying? What he has me say, I'm going to say type shit. Like, for real, not knowing it was motherfucking deeper than that. And that information started gradually coming out. As I'm clearing out my toxic shit, as I'm growing within myself and really putting these pieces together within the matrix and outside the matrix. Let's be real. Once I was able to sort of detach myself from the matrix, if you know, we're not even going to argue. There's a lot of different realities that people have a perception of, and whatever yours is, oh, cool, whatever. I have multiple at one time because multiple things can exist at the same time. So fuck what you thought. And it wasn't until I was ready and I had done enough of it to allow and to realize, because I was so focused in on everything else, I couldn't sit with it. There was a lot of growth that I needed within me, whatever. And once I prepared my vessel mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and once oh my gosh, a lot changed. Okay? Okay. And I'm still apologizing to others because I misread my assignment. And it wasn't until I started showing up in individuals' lives and at some point I started realizing that I was misreading my assignments, but didn't put together, and it was piece by piece that I put it together. First, maybe I'm the safe space for them. Maybe I'm showing up because this is what they need. Maybe it's that type of experience. So as I'm piecing it together, and once I realized I was misreading my assignment. So when I started meeting other individuals, it wasn't an attachment at a certain level, but I could see further past that. And then I can see the connections within them as far as the vessel of transitioning, whatever. And it wasn't until then that more information started coming and the voices, they started getting louder. And once I really just allowed them and got out of this way of thinking of what people make you think you must believe, because it's bigger, I then started realizing these folks is really speaking. So when grandma is saying, hey, I got you. Hey, your grandma sent me here to tell you. Grandma really did. Uncle really did. That one. And it's okay. And I still provide that. That safe space in them knowing, because we spirit to spirit. Spirits is talking to each other here, whether you believe it or not. And just because the spirit ain't here, mean they fucking stopped talking. Their fucking body stopped talking, but their spirit didn't. So whatever. If you know, whatever. So in saying all that, on top of bringing love, light, and sunshine, because yeah, that is what I'm still here to do. But it's just so much bigger, and just embodying that one part of this, it scared the fuck out of me, because and even coming to y'all talking about, I see dead people, but I hear dead people. I hear spirits talking to me. I hear y'all folks, coming through me, bringing love, light, and sunshine, but it's connected on, I'm not just connected here, I'm connected on other levels, and this the blueprint for some new shit coming up. For real, bringing hey man, because it's more than just what's right here. It's more than on this surface level that they taught you. And you chosen ones, you're going to understand this. So I had to bring that part to you, just to let you know, you chosen ones, y'all motherfuckers is really out there chosen, and you know who the fuck you are. You know who you are. You're the blueprint for this shit. Where they said we couldn't believe some of this ain't real, and for the naysayers, yeah, you already know how I roll, so come at me, come for me. That's fine. I'm still covered. I'm still an earth angel. But because I know you can only come for me at a surface level, because I am covered. You can't make me believe anything different. I've been shown. I've walked through the fire. I've been in the wilderness. I'm built for this. And it was scary as fuck. And I know some of y'all, because this is different, you think outside the norm. If you out, man, come on now. And I'm not committed to this is it, because I'm ever evolving. This shit, the blueprint, but what it's doing, It's opening pathways for other and marking those pathways that others can step along. Get outside the matrix. Whatever the fuck you want to call it here, where you're like tunnel vision and there's nothing else. Come on now. There is more. Sorry, boo-boo. There's more. There's more. And you are more. Okay? Whatever. For me, you know, we're having a collective ascension here. And if you know, you know, fuck it. I'm not explaining it. I'm not. But for me, this is a personal, profound ascension. And each one of us is responsible for their own personal ascension on how far they want to go here. For those that said yes to this mission, before you even knew what the fuck you were saying yes to, you're like, yeah. We came here to push through this false matrix. You seeing all these movies about it? Like, they're dropping tidbits. They're like, ooh, alien here. There's more than just us. So there are a lot of us collectively. Fuck what you heard. We're here. And that was my first video, The Chosen Ones. I just put that filler out there because, you know, you don't want to get too deep but now it's time because now I have more information and now it's oh my gosh. Bruh, what we doing here, what we're doing here, our earth angels, chosen, all of us that are like, and when I say ascending, you already know we're doing, oh my gosh, you're reconnecting to who you really are. And if you know, you know. If you don't, you will not understand a word that I'm saying. This will go over your head. You'll say all kinds of stuff. So, and I'll tell anyone, take what resonates, leave the rest of this shit alone. Because everything isn't for everyone, but who it's for, it's going to be for. But what we're doing, we're accessing different light codes. And we know we are. You feel it in your body. You feel this energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to teach all that either. Because if you've gotten to my videos, you already know you're already at another level and some of this information is coming at you and it's hitting you like bricks and you're like, what the fuck? But this shit is real, okay? It's real. It's real. And like I said, we're you know, with these... Oh my gosh, planets aligning, all this, you know, there are light codes coming through. It's a whole bunch of shit coming through, but it needed enough of the collective to be like, yeah, we'll do it. And for us to push through the false matrix. If you know, you know, and I'm going to call it that. You know what I'm saying? And it needed us to push through it. And, you know, we came here like real shit. Here's what I found out. And here's what you didn't know. Because, see, for the longest, we've been trying to fix everybody. For those motherfuckers, we just trying to fix them. We trying to show them this is the better side. That ain't what the fuck we supposed to do. Okay, here's what we're supposed to do, guys. We came here not to ask for the change and ask for the transformation to happen in this world. That's not what we came here for. But we came here to be the transformational change. We came here to hold the light. We are the change. You feel me? I don't need you to change. That ain't what we're asking. And you know, a lot of times people think you're trying to conform. I ain't trying to conform you. I came here to show you. I came here as the motherfucking blueprint. To show you it could be done. To show you you can get outside of the matrix. For y'all that don't believe that we stuck in it. Because that's what the fuck is showing you here. And I'm not going to go even further into that in this video. But you better believe there's some more motherfucking videos coming out that's just going wow. Because it blew my mind. And for those that are here, that are chosen ones, light workers, I'm going to call it what it is. The ones that are earth angels, all that. The ones that are here that are the blueprint for the new earth. Because we're living in it right now. If you know, you know. If you lost in the sauce, this ain't your cause. I'm just saying. Stop measuring your spiritual health to how grounded you feel here on earth. In this matrix. That stop doing that. But measure it by how much of this light, the light transmissions you receiving and you're retrieving. How much is it? It's finding its way to how you move. To how you find space for others. The space for others in the world around you. How you love. And then, oh my gosh, if you start measuring it by that, and see, I've been hyped this whole video because that energy is running through me. Now you hear people mowing the lawn. You can't stop this. That's a sign. You can't stop this. The enemy is always going to try to stop progression. Are you going to allow it? You know what I'm saying? There's certain shit that has to get out there. And this is one of them. And I guess I'm sharing this because it is so fucking amazing to, like, when I'm not crazy. And when it hit me, I was talking to someone. And their ancestor came through clear as day, like, see, this is the reason for this divine encounter. And we already knew this individual that I was speaking to. We knew from the beginning. We had said it all along. This relative of hers, we truly believe she sent me her way. And I truly believe, and this has now been 7 years in. So it took 7 years just from that situation, along with the other ones, for it to just, in a single moment, I had allowed space for the information to come in. And not thinking within this box, but allowing myself to receive the divine information that was coming to me. The one thing that I found out, and a lot of us, we're rooted in the divine matrix while walking through the human one. The light we carry is real. The mission we have is real. Creating this new blueprint we're doing it. It's slowly unfolding. And if I've had any real conversations with you, you know. If I've had interactions with you, you know the light I carry. And not only the light I carry, the light I transmute. The light I embody and put out to the collective. And me wholeheartedly realizing all of this, I can't say anymore, well, I'm going to post this and I'm going to post information about that, because see, there I go. I was trying to control it. I was trying to control the outcome. I was trying to control the narrative. And in this sitting, spirit I'm allowing. When I say I am the true vessel, and that's all I am, and I'm a spirit having this real experience as we are. But it's real, y'all. Like, for real. And regardless of anything, like, embodying a lot of this shit can be scary because we're here on earth. They don't teach us all this. A lot of this stuff I'm talking about, they don't teach it, so it's foreign. But just because they don't teach it, just because we don't know it, it's foreign to us, doesn't make it less real. Wow. Spirit just dropped the ball, said I'm done. And if you know anything about me, you know what I'm saying. When I say I'm the vessel, I'm the vessel. Like a lot of times there's a lot of anxiety and everything when I'm doing the messages, not knowing like, okay, what am I being led to say? But fully embracing and allowing Spirit to work through me and letting my higher power take the wheel. If you know, you know. In doing that, once I start channeling the messages or whatever, or once I start putting the information out there, once the information is relayed, there's a blank. It's like I go back to who I am. Like, hey, it's Vaughn, what I miss. And then it's in those times that just real shit, I have to go back and look at my videos. You know what I'm saying? So I can catch the message that they're sending through me, because the message is not only through me, it's for me as well as the other individuals it's for. So if this message has reached you and resonated with you, man, that's what's up. If it hasn't and you still needed sunshine, you know what I'm saying? Some love, some light and sunshine. Shit, that's what I'm still here for. You don't have to agree with the things that I'm saying to receive the love, the light, and the sunshine. That's just it. I'm not asking you to agree with me. I'm not asking you to believe what I'm saying. I'm speaking my real truth and the truth for other individuals. Don't worry with the first wave. We are building this so others behind it don't have to go through what we've had to go through to get to this point. You feel me? Anyway, I'm going to leave that right there and let that marinate a little bit. And Spirit didn't even want me to say what I was going to say, because that was my human seed. Spirit had already left. So Spirit, like, don't be adding no shit to my message. See, now you talking from a place of ego. I ain't say all that. I ain't lead you to say that. So in saying that, see, you got to know when you know. Anyway, if you know, you know. So I'm still just a vessel, but I'm still, hey, it's a word. But if you know, you know. So, if nobody else told you today they love you, ooh, I love you. I love you with my whole heart. I love you with everything I have, and all this energy flowing through me, all this love, light, and sunshine. I'm sending it your way today. We're almost to Friday. If you find this message on Friday, Thursday, because Friday tomorrow is Friday Eve, then, hey, we're almost there. If you find this, because this is an endless message. It don't have to find you right now. It's going to find you when it need to find you. Okay? Just believe that. Anyway, I've said a mouthful. And sometimes I be thinking, I said more the fuck than I should have said. But it's at this point right now that Spirit said, nah. You said what the fuck need to be said. Because somebody's going to need that. Somebody is on this journey. And even if nobody is on this journey, you're on this journey. And it's a real ass journey. And because I do know I'm not the only one on this journey, you know what I'm saying? It was me realizing that I'm not the only one on this journey that allowed me to open myself up to who I truly am. Not feeling so alone in this world, because this world makes you feel like alone, that you can't even embrace your true gifts of who you really are because of how the world is. But once I saw I wasn't alone, once I saw there were others out there like me, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been able to embrace fully who I'm growing into and who I am at the core. So this is another reason there's a lot of reasons I do the messages, and I always say reasons why I do the messages, because it's not just one reason. This is multifaceted, but moreover, allowing people to step out into it and not be scared, because a lot of times we don't have someone speaking on it while going through this wilderness, through this change, just breaking out, getting back to who you are. And I don't care what you call it, the matrix, the getting back to spirit, whatever. See, that's spirit said, wrap this shit up. Whatever it is, whatever you call it, you're not alone. And I love y'all. And until we speak again, meet again, thanks for all the likes, shares, comments, views. Just taking the time out and be like, oh, wow. Or if spirit led you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the reason, however you found my video, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. And all it takes is to reach one person. That's it. I love y'all. Be safe.